dreams just random images fired from an unconscious brain during sleep? Or something much more important, like life-saving inner guidance? How dreams can be healing and early warning tools for disease, financial crisis, or success. And love is still one of the behavioral science's greatest unanswered questions. Hello, I'm your host, author Kat O'Keefe Kanavos. Welcome to Dreaming Healing, where dreams and cutting-edge scientific research meet on syndicated Dream Vision 7 radio network. Dreaming Healing is every Tuesday at 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. Eastern, with live shows on the first and third evenings at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, when you can call in and ask Kat questions about your amazing dreams. Talk on air. Call toll-free 833-220-1200. That's 833-220-1200. Come live your dreams out loud with Kat.
Welcome, everyone. I'm Kat Kanavos, your host of Dreaming Healing tonight. And we are going to be talking about gratitude. And we actually have our guest with us tonight who wrote the book, A Daily Gift of Gratitude. Last week's show was actually called Dreams Unmasked. There are no bad dreams. And it's archived. So if you're only listening to the show tonight, maybe on your car radio or your house computer, and you'd like to see us, you can go to my website, The Queen of Dreams, or you can type in Kat, The Queen of Dreams, or my name, Kathleen O'Keefe Kanavos, and that's Kathleen Okeefekanav, as in Victor, OS as in Sam, and put that in Google, and it will take you right to my website. And if you look up at the top of the website on the left-hand corner, you'll see a little black button that'll say radio show. Click that, and it will take you to my webpage on Dream Vision 7 Radio Network. And that's dreamvision7radionetwork.com if you want to Google that also. For those of you who are on your cell phones at the same time, and you will see my page will come up. There'll be a little TV with a couple of little antenna on it. Just click that and you'll be able to watch us because this is a live show. So do you know that gratitude and anxiety can't be present at the same time? When you focus on gratitude, anxiety loses its hold, and the level of light in your life grows exponentially. Our guest tonight, publisher, author Teresa Velardi, will discuss this and sharing tips on how you can discover and embrace your gratitude. But first, let's do our protection and clearing meditation, okay? So if you are just listening to us in the car, and you can listen to us in the car by just saying, Alexa, play Dreaming Healing on Dream Vision 7 Radio Network, we'll come right up and you can hear us. And if you're listening right now and driving, don't close your eyes. This meditation will still work, okay? Ready? I want you to just follow my voice. Sit deep in your chair. Feel yourself relaxing. Feel your shoulders just kind of dropping, getting heavier. We're going to take 3 deep breaths in. Take a deep breath in. Hold it. Imagine any negativity from the week getting caught up in that breath of life. Now blow it out across the room and watch it go into the purple flame of Saint Germain, where it suddenly turns into beautiful golden light, is returned to the universe. Watch it going up through the clouds, through the sky, up, hits heaven, turns around and comes right back down into your crown chakra. Let's do it again. Another deep breath in. Hold it. Imagine any negativity that you may have put on someone else this week. something you said, something you did. Let it get caught up in that breath of life and blow it out into the purple flame of Saint Germain. Watch it turn into beautiful golden light, return to the universe, and come back down into your chakra. One more time. Deep breath in. Remember something negative that happened to you as a child. Have it go into that breath of life. It's not a part of you anymore. Blow it out across the room into the purple flame of Saint Germain. Watch it turning into beautiful golden light and returning to the universe, all the way up, turning around and coming back down into your crown chakra and going through your whole body. Now I want you to imagine holding in your hand a power gift. A power gift is anything that is powerful to you. It can be your favorite flower, your favorite stone. It can be a favorite piece of jewelry. It can be anything at all that holds power for you. It doesn't have to actually be in your hand. You simply imagine it there, and it is. I want you to take this power gift and swing it all around your body. And it's going to create a mirrored bubble of protection. Swing it all around. And inside that beautiful mirrored bubble of protection is all that golden healing light. Only that which is of the highest and best and brought by your spirit guides may enter that bubble. Everything else is reflected back from whence it came. We wish it so, and therefore it is. When you're ready, slowly open your eyes and feel yourself coming back into your body. Take your hands and push them together in the prayer form, because you're activating all of the pressure points in your whole body from the points in your hands. It's more than just prayer. It's pressure points. Feel yourself coming back in and welcome back. Do you know that gratitude and anxiety can't be present at the same time? Well, publisher Teresa Velardi says that is true, and that nearly 100 authors from around the globe agree and have brought their perspectives on gratitude to the pages of the book, A Daily Gift of Gratitude. I'm one of the authors in this book, and my gratitude was aimed at my spirit guides and guardian angels, even if they only helped me find a parking space. So we're going to read some of these outstanding stories to you tonight. And this book is available on Amazon. I've got two other places you can go, dailygiftbookseries.com and thegratefulheartscommunity.com. Welcome to the show, Teresa Velardi.
Hey, Kat, thanks for having me.
So, Teresa, this is a really, really an awesome book. And I know you worked so very, very hard on it. This is a compilation book of gratitude. So it's just chocked full of positive energy and gratitude. So, Teresa, you say that gratitude and anxiety can't be present at the same time. Why not?
Because usually anxiety is in your head and gratitude is in your heart.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I believe. And if I'm ever anxious about something, I have to think of something positive. And usually it's something that I'm grateful for. Anxiety has me in a place of I'm missing something. Gratitude has me in a place of I have everything. So they can't live in the same place.
That's amazing. I love that. That is really, I mean, I can just feel that through my whole body. You also point out that when we focus on gratitude,
Mhm.
Anxiety loses its hold on us, and the level of light in our life grows exponentially.
Mhm.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by exponentially? How can it grow?
Well, I think that for the most part, anxiety and fear are are darker energy than gratitude and positivity. So where there is light, there is no darkness. So the darkness fades away and the light grows.
Oh, you're absolutely right. You know, you can be in a pitch black giant cave room,
Mm-hmm.
but if you strike a tiny little match, it's no longer dark in there.
Exactly.
That's gratitude.
Exactly.
But you can be in a big room full of lights like this, and you can have one little dark thing like the outside of my phone, yet it's not dark in here.
Mm-hmm.
Gratitude, so powerful. So tell us, how did you choose this the cover for your book? I mean, this just looks like such a beautiful new day dawning.
This is actually a sunset on a beach that I grew up on. So I grew up on Long Island, and one of my friends from high school, a fellow classmate from high school, goes out to the beach on the regular and takes photos of the sunset. So when I was looking for a cover of this, I had something else in mind, and I was flipping through his photography, and I called him and I said, "Hey, Nick," his name is Nick Caritas, and his name is on the back of the book and is in the acknowledgements. And I really I feel exactly what I wrote in the acknowledgement to Nick. And this is what I wrote. I'll read it to you.
Okay.
Your heart for the beauty of the evening sunset is all over the cover of this book. Thank you for the time you spend looking through the lens as God creates the most magnificent paintings for us to enjoy. The North Shore of Long Island will always be home, and now we get to share a glimpse of it with the world for years to come. I'm honored and so beyond grateful that you said yes.
Yeah. Hold your book up at the same time I am. I mean, the book is gorgeous, just a gorgeous book. And when you look at it, it kind of reminds me of Cape Cod, like that's Plymouth Island, Plymouth right over there. And it's just gorgeous. I love the cover. So I want to get down to actually reading some of the stories in here so we can discuss them. And I think the first one I wanted to start with was Eileen Bill's story about a midlife meltdown on page 12. So if those of you who are watching the show tonight, if you've got your book, if you already ordered it on Amazon, feel free to open to page 12 with us. That's as we're reading and discussing Eileen Bill's story. Many of us, Teresa, many of us are having meltdowns now. There's a lot going on. And I think one of the things that we both agree on is when things appear to be at their very, very worst, if you start looking around for that match in that dark room, that piece of gratitude, whatever it is, I think it can lead us out of that. And that's one of the reasons why Eileen Bill's story was so important to me. And as you can see, I've got all my stories marked in here. I'm sure Eileen's going to get a kick out of this. I'm holding it with my Mega Millions ticket that I haven't checked yet. So,
well, if you win the lottery, remember the place it was holding in the book.
That's
the place
right.
it was holding and whose book you're holding. Just remember that.
So it's called, the title is Present in the Universal Presence. And so she says, life has a way of knocking on our door. And then I'm going to skip down to where it says, my breakdown came in my mid-30s. I seldom refilled my personal and spiritual well. That's really important, isn't it, Teresa? As a result, my body responded with a debilitating condition known as fibromyalgia. After a lengthy period of suffering, my will kicked in. With fists to the sky, I declared, take me or heal me. As my world shifted into a new way of life, I studied and put into practice important techniques. And then she shares with us her daily routine, which includes meditation to clear her mind and focus, set an intention for her day with a positive attitude, and start her day in nature and be present with animals, plants, and water. And my favorite one, Teresa, purposefully give gratitude for everyone and everything in my life. Now, she goes on to share many more, but those are just the ones that I wanted to focus on in her story. And my favorite one, Teresa, was the purposefully giving. Purposefully, I think, was really important. Giving gratitude to everyone and everything in her life.
Right.
So tell us your feelings about this story by Eileen.
I love the story. And so many of the stories leave me with the same feeling of that gratitude just growing inside of us. Because here's the thing about giving gratitude for everyone and everything. You know, when you look at your life and you see what you have and what you are grateful for, other things become, you know, the gift of gratitude is that being grateful breeds more gratitude and it breeds prosperity. Now, prosperity, a lot of people think like the Mega Millions ticket that you have right there, that's what qualifies us to have prosperous lives, right? But prosperity really is in all areas of your life, relationships, physical prosperity, you know, your body, your spirit, your, you know, there's all different ways to view prosperity. Relationships to me are super important and I'm so grateful for them. I feel like I have an abundant life filled with great relationships and an abundance, you know, it just, the gratitude for what you have breeds more of the same.
I agree. And that I think is where law of attraction comes in, which you kind of hit on there. When you're grateful and you give thanks and you keep yourself in that high vibrating level, you know, it's hard to be grateful and full of gratitude and say thank you and not have a smile on your face and a bit of a glow. And so that in turn attracts other people. They're attracted to smiles on the face because it makes you approachable and that glow and that happiness. And that's part of the law of attraction. If you're scaling, if you're unhappy, if you're having a personal pity party, this is what I call it. And believe me, I'm the queen of pity parties. When I was going through my treatments, I was having pity parties every day. And sometimes a pity party is good because when you hit the bottom, you go, you know what? This feels really awful. It's time to pick myself up by my bootstraps and get grateful that I'm still alive to have a pity party.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. So, you know, part of that gratitude helps you focus on other grateful things, which is positive. And then that's law of attraction. You talked about relationships. It's so much more fun to attract a mate that's happy and grateful than one that's sad and also having their pity party. But you know what? I wanted you to talk about something important that she said in here. Her breakdown came in her mid-30s because she seldom refilled her personal and spiritual well. Why is it so important to us women, Teresa?
You know, I think we tend to, women especially, tend to like make sure everybody else is okay and we leave ourselves for last. But and go the illustration that they give you on the airline when they go through the, you know, if there's an emergency, put the oxygen mask on yourself first and then help others. without having, you give from the overflow, without having your cup filled, so to speak, there is nothing for you to give. And then you will end up depleted and feeling badly and whatnot. So I think that, her, Eileen's speaking to this, she's speaking exactly what I just said in different words, filling up your cup and being able to give from another place. I love how she got so mad that she raised her fist to the sky and said, "Take me or heal me." And I know people, I've been in situations where, like when I was in in a marriage that wasn't working, it was like, either do something about this or get me out of it, one way or the other. I need something good, and that, because we always look for goodness. And although the world brings in negativity, we are beings that come from pure love and pure light. And we are positive. We are born to be positive, and it's everything in the outside world that makes us feel these negative feelings and whatnot. But if you can bring yourself back to feeling good about at least one thing to be grateful for, it will grow.
Yes, I agree. And one of the ways to fill your cup, I found, is not waiting for someone else to fill it, but to fill it yourself. And this is something I know that you and I are alike in this, in that we have a lot of trouble saying no. We don't want to say no to someone. We want to find a way to do it because we're so filled with love. But when we give away all of our water in our well because we can't say no, then we have nothing to give even to ourselves.
Right, exactly.
And I think that women especially need to understand that no is a whole sentence.
Complete sentence. You don't need any qualifiers. You could just say the two letters, N-O, no.
Yeah.
A long time to learn that.
I know it's hard.
Yeah.
It's very hard. It's hard to say. And you know what else I found, Teresa? It's really hard to say no and then not apologize for it.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I'm sorry. No, just say no. And I remember thinking to myself, why am I apologizing? Just say no with a smile and leave it at that. It's really
my brother-in-law. I'll tell you a quick story. My brother-in-law used to say to me, "Teresa, you just take on too much. You should learn how to say no." And he would say, "All right, now practice. Say no. Okay, no." And then he would call me up and say something like, "Bobby needs to be picked up from school. Do you think you can go and get him? My father's not able to get him." I would say, "Hold on a second." And I say, "Yeah, I can do that." He says, "No, you're supposed to say no." He would test me. And see, he would test me to make sure I was saying no. So like, okay.
Well, we hit the time for our commercial break, but I just heard from our producer, and we do have someone watching, and I guess they've called in. If you want to talk to us, be sure to hit *9. If you just want to watch and listen, great. We're glad you're here. We're going to go to a break. When we come back, we're going to talk about Frank Zakari's story. So don't go away. We'll be right back.
What if dreams can diagnose your life? What if we can meet the love of our life in dreams? Join host Kat O'Keefe Kanavos, the #1 internationally best-selling author of Dreams That Can Save Your Life, written with Duke University medical doctor Larry Burke. Dreaming Healing is where we'll explore dreams, research, and interpret dreams from you, the caller. Dreaming Healing shows can be heard every Tuesday at 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. Eastern, with live shows on the first and third evenings at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific Time on syndicated Dream Vision 7 Radio Network. Come live your dreams out loud with Kat.
Are miracles real? Can you move from mayhem to miracles? 30 prominent authors say yes as they share their high fives and down lows of challenges, abuse, addiction, and love. Experience hope, the magic elixir of miracles, through the personal stories of New York Times bestselling authors James Redfield, Dr. Bernie Siegel, Sister Jenna, Reverend Temple Hayes, and many more. If you like bestsellers, chaos to clarity, and crappy to happy, you'll love crying and laughing through Mayhem to Miracles. Sacred stories of transformational hope. Available now on Amazon and in bookstores worldwide.
Did you know that every word you speak matters? What you say and how you say it can make or break a relationship or shift the outcome of any situation. Are your conversations making a difference? Faith in God, gratitude, authenticity, and giving are Teresa Velardi's heart. It's in this spirit that she's focused on making a difference in the lives she's blessed to touch. Conversations That Make a Difference is now on syndicated Dream Vision 7 radio network every Tuesday at 5 a.m. and 5 p.m. Eastern Time, with live call-in shows every first and third Tuesday at 5 p.m. Eastern.
In a world facing annihilation, a miraculous African nun rises to become the first female pope through a web of war, murder, and betrayal. Loved by some, hated by many, she becomes the deadly target of Islamic terrorists and her own cardinals as she introduces a new vision that will either save humanity or accelerate its destruction. 4 people must race against a nuclear holocaust to learn her astonishing secret. Pope Annalisa is available at petercanova.com, Amazon, and other online booksellers and bookstores worldwide.
This is Dream Vision 7 Radio Network, uniting mankind with universal love. Our shows are created from the heart, bringing each listener to a place of divine enlightenment. Breathe, relax, and enjoy. Let life flow.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome back to Dream Vision 7 Radio Network, and you're watching or listening to Dreaming Healing, and we actually do have a caller online. So I'm going to ask Rachel, our producer, to see if she wants to come on and speak with us, because it looks like she does. Are you there? Are you there, Rachel?
Yeah, I'm here. Hold on.
Okay, we're going to try and bring her on. Oh, quiet. Oh, my goodness. While Rachel's trying to bring her on, I'm going to go ahead and read Frank Zakari's story to you. So Frank Zakari is Walk on Water, and he talks about how no one can walk on water without many people showing us where the rocks are. And he says he's no exception.
She's online.
She is. Okay, great. Hello, welcome to Dreaming Healing.
Hey, it's Eileen.
Hey, Eileen, how are you?
I'm good. I thought I'd try to call in while you had talked about my portion of the book.
Wonderful, Eileen. So tell us, what is your favorite gratitude exercise that you actually do?
Oh, gosh. You know, when
You
someone asks
listed
me my
so
favorite,
many.
I know, it's so hard just to say a favorite. I'm just going to say the favorite part of all of them is that it allows me to like go into my heart and be in the moment, and to quiet the mind, so then I can hear what I need to hear.
Wow, I love that. Teresa, do you have any, did you want to ask her anything?
Yeah, this is kind of what I was saying about anxiety and gratitude, not being able to live in the same place, that gratitude is in the heart and anxiety is in the head. And she just said that she does all of this to open her heart and quiet her mind. So thanks for that, Eileen.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so is there anything in particular that you did, Eileen, to fill your well? You were talking about how your well was empty at this time, and you realized that you couldn't go on like that.
Yes, I realized and recognized that I was saying yes too much, as you guys were talking a few minutes ago. I had a hard time saying no to things and was just giving too much, giving without allowing myself to receive back. And when I started to, gain the strength, the power, the giving myself permission to say no, and drawing the boundaries. Boundaries is very important in teaching others how to treat you and what works and what doesn't work. And what I was doing was not working, literally destroying my body inside out. And so I had to make a choice. Was I going to continue to spiral down, or did I want to live? And I wanted to live. I didn't feel like I could at the time, but I had to take charge of what the steps were going to be in order for that to happen. And that first step was that declaration. And I tell you what, it worked. I mean, those when we dig deep and we are in that space of determination, it creates action, not only in our part, but everything around us.
Yes.
Yes. So when you find that you're having trouble saying no, again, it happens to all of us. I have trouble saying no without apologizing. I kind of focus on that now, and it just go when I'm trying to say no, I'm sorry. I go, no, what? So what do you do when you find that you are not respecting your boundaries or allowing other people to respect your boundaries? How do you focus on gratitude at that point? What do you do?
I look inside myself and think, okay, what am I not doing that is enabling this person to feel that they can bring this behavior or this action to me? And I do some soul searching, and I'll sit for 3, 4, 5 days, however long it takes, and allow my emotions to process through it. Fortunately, these days, it doesn't happen very often because I have practiced over the years to recognize when I'm not in that space of defining that boundary. But when it does happen, which, the universe likes to bring us that polarity, and we always have those life lessons. So as it happens, I can recognize it right away that I'm in life school, and there's something more still for me to do to become stronger. And I take a hard look at where am I still needing to stand up for myself, and I'll take action based on what finally settles in as this feels right, as far as what I might say or how I might respond to that experience.
Well, I want to thank you for coming on the show and sharing with us your insights into your story. And that was on page 12, Present in Universal Presence. What a great title. And I love how you ended your story with live life to the fullest. It is the only one you have. So thank you so much for calling in and joining us. Eileen Bild.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you, Eileen. Thank you. Thank
You're
you for
welcome.
being part of the book. Your story is a great contribution. Thank you.
I'm happy to be part of it. Thank you.
Thanks. So let's talk about Walk on Water by Frank Zakari. And so he says, no one can walk on water without many people showing us where the rocks are, and I'm no exception. And then he talks about, my time in the military showed me that in order to achieve the mission, one must first have the respect and trust of those assigned to your mission. Without respect and trust, a military mission, professional career, or personal relationship will fail. My publishers, Kathleen Kanavos and Teresa Velardi from We Be Books, encouraged me to write the Business Secret series and supported me constantly. I never dreamed of having 3 #1 best-selling books in 1 year, but Kat and Teresa believed it from our first conversation. So that's when he realized, yes, if you've got people holding your hand to a degree, you can walk on water. And that was his gratitude. So Teresa, share your feelings about Frank's story with us, because you chose it for the book.
Yeah. I love the way Frank, set out saying that, because his book is Business Secrets for Walking on Water. That's the title of the first one that he did with us. And there are 2 others, Business and Personal Secrets for Avoiding Relationship Landmines, and Business and Personal Secrets for Getting Unstuck. So if you don't have any of Frank's books, I highly recommend them. And he's working on From the Battlefield, Business and Relationship Secrets from the Battlefield to the Boardroom. And so that's going to come out probably sometime in March. And we're working on that right now. What I love about Frank's story is he goes back to his time in the military. If you're basically, it's teamwork. That's how you can get over the rocks, is that you have people supporting you through them. And I was very grateful to, and still am very grateful to, have been part of Frank's process of getting his books out in such a way that, people are just loving the content. And when I walking on water to know where and the secret, by the way, is to know where the rocks are, and to have somebody to hold. I'm just add to his title, and to have somebody to hold on as you walk across them, because we can't do anything alone. Like this, we were not meant to do life alone.
Right.
Yeah. So, being able to, it brings me great joy being able to help people get their stories told in books, whether it's like this, a compilation, or somebody like Frank who's writing a series of books. That's, that really brings me great joy.
And his first book just won a big book award. So we're very proud of Frank.
His third one actually won it. It was the Business Secrets of Getting Unstuck.
Oh, that's right. Getting Unstuck was the third book.
Yeah.
I loved Getting Unstuck. That was a great book.
Yeah, they all are.
The Quagmire. Yes. So, it just goes to show you, one of the things that we can really be grateful for is the fact that we are not alone. We're never alone. Even in our darkest hour, we're not alone. And so having friends around us, having partners like Teresa and I, that's gratitude. You give gratitude for that, because your higher power, God, whatever you want to call that power, was responsible to a degree for bringing you together. And again, it's law of attraction. Law of attraction. And I'm so grateful for the law of attraction that works all the time in my life, and for, I know, the guardian angels that are working behind the scenes with them. So I'd like to read one more story, and I think we can get it in before we have to go to our second break. And this one is by Johnny Tan. And Johnny's going to be doing a compilation book like this with us, but he's going to be the author. We're just going to be the publishers. And so his story is called Gratitude Cultivates Blessings. And he writes, my mom, and this is on page 83 for any of those watching who are reading along with us. It's on page 83. And it says, my mom always taught me to be thankful for the things I received from others. What began as a gracious attitude of politeness as a child soon morphed into a natural habit of being grateful for the many happenings in my adult life. Then I skip down to the last 2 paragraphs. How can one be grateful when life throws us curveballs? Because he was actually adopted. So he was wondering how you could be grateful for that. That is simple. It is an experiential lesson to help us elevate our consciousness to the next level as we journey one step closer to our divine destiny of excellence. I love that sentence. It has so much in it. Every night before I go to sleep, I review and celebrate the various blessings I experienced during the day. From getting the last container of the deli pizza sauce at the grocery store to the enlightening Zoom meeting that sets the foundation for future successful collaboration. With a smile, I doze off, knowing tomorrow will be another day to express my gratitude for more blessings. I don't know about you, Teresa, but I found Johnny Tan to be one of the most grateful, positive, happy people I think I have ever met.
Yeah, I love the way that he is. I love this story because it shows how being grateful for the simple things like getting the deli pizza sauce, right, can lead to
the car started again.
Right, a peaceful night's sleep and whatever might come from the happenings of the next day. You know, I start my day in the morning writing down things that I'm grateful for. And before I close my eyes at night, I remember the things that happened during the day that I'm grateful for. So I'm very in tune with Johnny's practice of gratitude. And, you know, again, I'm going to say it, the more you have to be grateful for, the more we'll be giving to express gratitude. And I love this topic. I love how it makes me feel. I love how that it's the center of my life and that it just brings me so much joy to be having these conversations with people and to have them share these stories in this book.
Yeah. It's time for us to go to another break, but when we come back, I'm going to ask Teresa how she got nearly 100 authors worldwide to share their perspectives on gratitude in this book. That is no easy task. Let me tell you, I've done it. I've tried. I didn't get 100. I don't know how she got 100. I want to know it as much as you do. So you are watching Dreaming Healing on DreamVision7RadioNetwork.com. I'm your host, Kathleen O'Keefe Kanavos, and we will be right back. So don't go away.
What if dreams can diagnose your life? What if we can meet the love of our life in dreams? Join host Kat O'Keefe Kanavos, the #1 internationally best-selling author of Dreams That Can Save Your Life, written with Duke University medical doctor Larry Burke. Dreaming Healing is where we'll explore dreams, research, and interpret dreams from you, the caller. Dreaming Healing shows can be heard every Tuesday at 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. Eastern, with live shows on the first and third evenings at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific Time on syndicated Dream Vision 7 Radio Network. Come live your dreams out loud with Kat.
Omega Institute, offering workshops, retreats, and online learning dedicated to awakening the best in the human spirit. For over 40 years, Omega has seen more than 1 million people come through its doors to grow, learn, and find a greater sense of purpose. Located in Rhinebeck, New York, just 90 miles north of New York City, Omega's natural environment and quiet pace allow for extraordinary experiences to unfold. Learn more at eomega.org or call 800-944-1001.
Why are we here? How can we be happy? Questions asked from millennials to boomers. Crappy to happy. Sacred Stories of Transformational Joy answers them using true stories of grit, grace, and love. James Redfield, author of The Celestine Prophecy, wrote in the foreword, This book is a seminar about emerging truths and offers grounded solutions through the art of the comeback. Dr. Bernie Siegel, a contributing author, wrote, "Bodies die, but spirits and consciousness survive and recycle." So grab some tissues, open your book, and prepare to cry and laugh till it heals. Crappy to Happy by Reverend Ariel Patricia and Kathleen O'Keefe Kanavos. Available from Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and booksellers worldwide. Darkest hours to brightest moments. Transformation from despair to happiness. And chaos to clarity. Real people, real pain, real healing. Life-threatening illness, death, abusive relationships, divorce, and overcoming addiction are challenges these men and women faced head-on. See how they emerged stronger and happier. Buy the new book, Chaos to Clarity, Sacred Stories of Transformational Change by Reverend Patricia Caginello and Kathleen O'Keefe Kanavos. Available on sacredstoriespublishing.com and worldwide through Amazon and other retailers.
This is Dream Vision 7 Radio Network, uniting mankind with universal love. Our shows are created from the heart, bringing each listener to a place of divine enlightenment. Breathe, relax, and enjoy. Let life flow.
Welcome back to Dreaming Healing. I'm your host, Kat Kanavos, and we have author and publisher and radio show host Teresa Velardi with us tonight. So, Teresa, I want to ask you, how in the world did you get 100 authors? Did you take a baseball bat, go out and start beating the bushes?
So yeah, that's I beat them up. No, actually, what happened was, so this book, I have to tell you, I got a little tap on my shoulder a long time ago from God about putting this book series together, and the Daily Gift book series is inspired. Is definitely an inspired series, and the first one was to be gratitude. And I thought to myself, okay, so who do I know who has stories? Who did I know that had a story where they didn't know what gratitude was, didn't know how to be grateful for anything? And I started making a list of people until they started to be grateful, and then they changed, their whole life changed around, and they started living from a place of gratitude, and their life changed for the better, of course. So I made a list of all these people, and then I was lucky enough to be a speaker at a women's conference, and I invited all those ladies who were experiencing during that conference transformation that was like palpable in the room, and I offered them an opportunity to be part of the book. So that's where I got some of those authors. Then I got from some of the books that we were putting together as a collaboration, as one of the benefits for being in the collaborative books, like Frank's book, those authors got an opportunity to get a page in the book. So, and there's a website you can go to. It's called the Daily Gift Book Series, dailygiftbookseries.com. We're changing that up now because the gratitude book is done. It will be there. The next book coming out is A Daily Gift of Kindness. And so it's an offering out there for people to be able to submit their stories on kindness. And I'm going to populate two of them at once. I'm getting a little brave here. Daily Gift of Kindness. And then there's going to be another one, a Daily Gift of Hope. So if people can't think of things with kindness and how it was transformational for them, or how they had gratitude for a moment of kindness that someone showed them, and they have one of hope, for whatever reason. The world right now is in such a place that people really need to have these stories. And I'm just feeling really blessed and grateful that people are stepping up and saying yes to the opportunity to be part of this. So the next book, all right, so the World Kindness Day is November 13th, and we will have all those stories in long before that to be able to launch the book in time for the World Kindness Day. I'm still deciding on the hope one, but I can tell you that whenever they come out, people will benefit from them. These stories of gratitude, I can't tell you how many people have this book and have been having a really hard time with all the things that are going on in the world, you know, trying to figure out how they're going to pay for the groceries, trying to figure out how they're going to pay for the gas in the car to get back and forth to work when there's no raise being given at the job because there's just no money in the budget or whatever. I have somebody in my life who's very dear to me, who's really having a really hard time, and has found comfort in these stories. So if this is the way that God wants me to show up in the world, to be able to bring people together, because again, I'm going to go back to what I said, we were not meant to do this journey by ourselves, then that's exactly what I'm going to do. And whether it's the children's books that I put together, whether it's the books that you and I do together, Kat, or whether it's this book series where a whole bunch of people, I talked about it, is what I did. That's how I got almost 100 authors and over 100 stories in this book, so that they can, everybody's voice is heard in a different way. And, you know, everybody has a reason to be grateful. And when I put it out there, I said, so if you've had something happen in your life where you thought it was the end of the road for your job, you had your dream job, you got your dream job, but then all of a sudden something happened, the company closed or whatever, and you're like at a point of like almost devastation. But then because that door closed, another one opened. And when you walk through that door, it's like, oh, I'll leave that in the dust because here I am with something so much better. We never know what's coming next. We never know what's coming next. And I live by a couple of scriptures, you know, Jeremiah 29:11. I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord, plans for hope, to prosper you and to give you hope in the future. And so our lives are meant for good. So if one door closes, rest assured that another one will open. And, you know, the power of gratitude, all I have to do is go again to like the Sermon on the Mount, when there was no food for anyone, when Jesus was speaking, and a little boy's lunch, 5 little loaves and 2 fish. And all that he did was give thanks, and it multiplied exponentially and fed 5,000, and there were 12 baskets left over. So I believe in the power of gratitude. I believe in the power of telling your stories. So, and that's why I do what I do, because I believe in the power of the story. People can relate to you. People can relate to what you've gone through. You're not the only one who's gone through a divorce. You're not the only one who's gone through losing a job. But I bet you, if you have an attitude of gratitude, and you have a hopeful heart, and you recognize what kindness is, and the other topics that are going to come down the line, you will have a better life experience than somebody who doesn't. And by sharing your experience, you can help that person who doesn't have one.
I agree. And you know what I did, Teresa? I bought 3 of these books, one for every bedroom. I put these books beside my bed. And so when one of my guests came and stayed at my house and was having trouble sleeping because of the time change and also the, traveling, she asked if she could have the book because her mother, who is 90 years old, loves these kinds of stories and she can't sleep. And so she wanted to take the book to her. So I encourage everybody, get a few of these books, put them beside your bed in your bedroom, and encourage people to read them and take them as a gift, as for being your guest home, and share them with someone else. So we're wrapping up to the very close of this show. It went so fast, Teresa, but I want you to tell the audience about your show, Conversations That Make a Difference, right here on Dream Vision 7 Radio Network.
Yeah. I love that. I love the fact that I have this show. I bring people together with lots of different conversations. Again, it's about goodness. Like what have you been doing? What are your gifts and talents? What do you bring to the world? How is it making a difference in the lives of someone else? So, today I had people talking about health and well-being. It's the beginning of the new year, and we have, everybody's making New Year's resolutions, which don't work, by the way. So figure out a plan and then get what you need in order to be able to make it happen. But we were talking about health and well-being today. So I had one of the authors from the Fourfold Formula, and another author who is also who's an epigenetics coach. And so we talked about how to tune into your wellness for yourself and your body. Next week, we're going to have a communications expert. I am so blessed to have so many people in so many different areas of life that the conversations that we have, even if you take away a little tiny piece of it that you can use in your life, my hope is that it will make a difference for you and that you can share that conversation that made a difference with someone else. So it's all about growing exponentially with whatever it is that we bring to the table. And I'm just grateful that I have the opportunity to have those conversations and that they do make a difference.
They do make a difference. So share with our audience how they can get in touch with you and find your show. And if they want to publish a book, if somebody listening out there tonight or watching out there tonight has a story, and chances are you do, you need to tell it. Tell them how they can get that story out to the rest of the world.
Okay. So if you want to be part of one of the other books that's in this series, you go to dailygiftbookseries.com. All the information will be there for you. If you want to publish with me and Kat and Weeby Books, you go to weebybookspublishing.com, and the information is there. And there is a way for you to submit a sample of your book for us to review and then get back to you. If you want to get in touch with me directly, you can email me at teresavalardi@gmail.com. If you want to be part of the Grateful Hearts community, go to Facebook and the Grateful Hearts community, and you'll see gratitude posts, questions about gratitude posted there. We're doing our best to create engagement for people to have these conversations about gratitude, because they will make a difference in your life. The website is not up yet for the Grateful Hearts community, but we're working on getting that done. So if you go into Facebook and put my name in there, and you want to send me a message, go right ahead. It's Teresa without an H, Velardi.
Well, thank you so much for being with us tonight, Teresa. And to our audience, remember, please and thank you are part of gratitude. And gratitude is an attitude you can carry with you like a shining light, a healing light that can light up the lives of others, but it can only be turned on by you. So start small. Start today with this show right now. Close your eyes. What is one thing you are grateful for? Embrace that gratitude. Join me, host Kat Kanavos, next time on Dreaming Healing on Dream Vision 7 Radio Network. You won't want to miss it. Good night, everybody.
Night.
Thank you for joining us this evening, and a big thanks to our producer. Tune in next time to Dreaming Healing for more cutting-edge research, live dream interpretations, and stories with radio host and award-winning author Kat O'Keefe Kanavos. Listen every Tuesday at 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. Eastern Time with call-in live shows on the first and third evenings at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific Time on syndicated Dream Vision 7 Radio Network. Remember, everyone dreams, but some dreams save lives. Live your dreams. Find more about Kat at KathleenO'KeefeKanavos.com. That's Kathleen with a K. OKEEFEKANAVOS, or The Queen of Dreams on Google search.
This is Dream Vision 7 Radio Network, uniting mankind with universal love. Our shows are created from the heart, bringing each listener to a place of divine enlightenment. Breathe, relax, and enjoy. Let life flow.